Hello everyone. Today we're going to be going over experiment number 2, which is talking about a blinking LED. So, in summary, right, you have everything in my code and such over here with my main for file codes, which is main.asm, software.asm, which has, or switch, I should say, which is all my controls for my switch, right? LED.asm, which controls all the different subfunctions for turning on separate colors of the LEDs, right? Blue, green, and red. And then utility.asm, which is pretty much my delay loop and that functionality, right? As well as my initializing of my ports. But then here's the GPIO port, basically all the functionality to be turning on the port to get the LED to go. So what we'll do now is kind of run through this. So in summary, right, we have main.asm. How it works is I'm importing all these subfunctions made from all these other files. These are my main addresses, right, for green LED, and then delay count, which is just my sub variables for how long I want my delays to work, 1 second and 0.1 second, right? So the intent is what's going to happen is that we're going to first turn on the blue LED on and off once, so that'll be done with these functionalities, right? It'll turn on, it'll delay, and then it'll turn off, and then we'll go into the main loop, where the software will then look to see if the switch 1, which is what this switch is here, right? If that switch is pressed, and so if it is, right, or if it is not, I should say, if it's released, then the functionality will go to a long delay, meaning there will be a second difference between when the LED turns on and off. And then if I'm pressing the button, it'll look to this and see that the LED will then flicker faster, right? It'll have a short delay, right? So that's what we're seeing by the 0.1 second here and the 1 second there, right? And then how that works is it'll, again, you see timed green LED toggle. So each of those, depending on which one is happening, whether it's pressed or not pressed, right? It'll go to these functions here, timed green LED, which then pushes us to, again, it just delays and uses this green LED, but it'll take us to green LED toggle, which is this. And this is what actually then looks at the value coming in, whether or not the light is on, and then it'll turn it off or on depending on what its initial condition is. So in this situation, right, if we say the LED is off, then it'll then go to LED turn on, and then it'll turn on the LED and then change the value of 1 so that it knows it's on thereafter. Else it'll then turn the LED off, right? And then it goes in this essentially infinite loop of then going back all the way to the main loop, again checking whether or not the switch is turned. So what we're going to do is we're going to run it, and then we'll show you what will happen again here on the LED. Right, we'll wait till it finishes. So it's going to do its blue, and it's going to turn green. See, I'm not pushing the button, so it's about a 1 second on, 1 second off. But then again, if I push this button, you'll see it flickers faster, right? So I'm pressing the button. If I'm not, it takes longer delay than if I am. It's faster. Okay. All right, that's it. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.